Thank you, students. I'd like to welcome everybody to our third day of American Education Week. We appreciate the hard work and dedication of our teachers, of our faculty, and our staff. This week has been long in planning, that a lot of hours, a lot of hard work. I would like to thank our first grade team, Ms. Barones, Ms. Gonzalez, Miss Argueta. Where's Miss Argueta at? Miss Argueta, I would like to thank Miss Argueta also, Miss Arteaga, and Miss Gutierrez. They have put in many hours in putting this together. So once again, let's give them a round of applause, please. This has been a very fun-filled week, filled with a lot of educational activities, and this will continue for the whole year. So this is one of the first of many events that we're going to have for our school. I would like to thank our community members, the Mayor of East Chicago for coming. I would also like to thank Chief Becker for being here, and one of our very own East Chicago alum, Latanya Hicks, for being here presenting this great book that we're about to go over. So once again, give them a round of applause. Also, on a final note, Ms. Blackman has also done a lot of hard work, has given a lot of hours for this week of events that we have. Please do not forget this Thursday, we have Family Fun Night, which is tomorrow. So I expect everybody to be here from 3:45 to 5:45. We're going to have games. There's going to be a bounty house. Ms. Argueta, bounty house. We're going to have a bounty house here also. So please come, bring your families. It's going to be a great time. Once again, thank you everybody for being here. I believe Eric is coming down to speak next.
Miss Hicks wrote this book that we're about to go through right here, right? She's written not one, not two, not three, not four, not even five. 6 books. And this was going to be for you guys. So everybody give a big, big clap for this.
Hi, everybody. First, I want to thank you for allowing me to be here today. I'm so excited to read and present my book to you. But first, before we start, I'm going to have to need everybody's attention because you might get a little excited, which is okay. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to need you to calm back down, okay? All right, so this is the first cue to calm down. All right, we see this? Let me see your right hand. Everybody, good job. Okay, and then I'm going to say, at the sound of my voice, clap once. We got it? And then I'm going to say, at the sound of my voice, clap 2 times. After that, everyone should be completely silent. So if there's some kids that don't understand after the first clap, know that the second clap, you have to be completely silent, okay? So I'm going to monitor what you do because at the end, we're going to have a special gift for you if you are good listeners and if you are very, very respectful during the presentation. Okay, so my name is Latanya Hicks. I wrote this book called The Goldenly Wreath. And the reason why I wrote this book is because I wanted to be an encouragement to someone who had a dream. Not just one person, but as many people as I could possibly be an encouragement to. So this book has this little 8-year-old boy named Danny. Danny's 8 years old, and he wanted to accomplish something great. And when I was writing this book, it was very difficult because I thought maybe some of the kids won't like it. Maybe they'll think that it's horrible. Maybe they'll think that I'm a horrible writer. Maybe they'll take my book and they'll just rip it up and throw it in the air and say, I can't stand this girl's book. She needs not to write another book ever in her life. So I took my time and I wrote this book. But I have to say, on the third page of my book, I was writing. So I'm sitting in my room, and sit down for a second, and I'm writing. And so I'm thinking to myself, this isn't rhyming, because throughout my book it rhymes, and you guys are really going to love it. So I'm in my room, and I'm writing, and I'm like, I wanted it more than anything else. I glanced at the wreath and said to myself, So I didn't like it, so I took it and I ripped it up. And it became confetti. I did this about 12 times throughout the book, but it's pretty cool. So I want you guys to be encouraged. I want you guys to listen carefully as I begin my presentation. All right? Are we ready? Yeah. No, we're not actually. This is what I need you to do. Let me see everybody's left hand. Not your right, your left. Your left. On this, it should be this hand over here. If you have a wristband on your left hand, I need you to put it on your right hand. Can we do that quickly? 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Hurry up. 4, 5. Are we there? All right, so I need everybody to wiggle their 5 fingers on their right hand, okay? Throughout the book, the little boy Danny says, never give up. So I need you to pay attention to me because every time I wiggle my 5 fingers, I need your hand to shoot up and I need you to say, never give up. Never give up. Good job, okay? All right, so don't forget, whenever you see me do this, what do you say? Never give up. Good job. Okay, so we're going to start now. We ready now? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Everybody got their wristband on their right arm? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, here we go. For years, I stood outside of Wreath Tower, gazing up for what seemed like hours. I stared in the sky and grinned through my teeth because hanging up high was a goldenly wreath. It seemed far away, I had to admit it. But why hadn't anyone climbed up to get it? The wreath should be easy, I said to myself. I'll go right up and grab the wreath for wealth. I looked at my dad and he looked back at me. He chuckled softly, then said with glee, I hope you don't think you will make it to the top. My son, you must climb 5,000 stairs nonstop. I wanted it more than anything else. I glanced up the wreath and said to myself, just bury all of your doubt beneath, and soon you will own that goldenly wreath. We walked away, but I kept looking back. The wreath would be mine, and that was a fact. All day, the wreath remained in my head. It was all I thought about that night in bed. So many runners tried their luck at the tower. They all had courage, but not quite enough power. But that won't be me. I'll make it to the top. I'll run very fast. I'll never stop. I looked down at my wristband that brought me good luck. It encouraged me daily to... You guys weren't loud enough. Thank you. I told my friends and they thought I was joking. They laughed so hard they started choking. I told my cousin Sam and my great aunt Sue. They looked at me and grinned asking, who, you? I told my teacher. I told my mother. I even told my 6-month-old baby brother. All I saw, my teacher chuckled. My mother giggled. Even my 6-month-old brother was tickled. All I saw were their grinning faces. I folded my arms and looked down at my laces. My dream was big, but I had a plan. Why couldn't they understand? Every day for the next year, I ran 2 miles to get my body in gear. I ate on the run, I dash and I hustle. My body bulked up with mass and muscle. Nothing was going to stand in my way, and I didn't care what anyone had to say. I could run like a cheetah and leap like a locust. I had to work hard. I had to stay focused. I looked at the wreath time after time. I pointed it with joy and say, you're mine. My arms were bigger. My legs were stronger. I was ready to climb. I couldn't wait much longer. Soon I would prove that I was better than the rest. I could feel my big victory surging through my chest. I had so much to gain and nothing to lose when my attention was turned to the evening news. The breaking report made my mouth drop. A man was almost at the top. The people were chanting, "Go, man, go!" I ran down the stairs and out of my house screaming, "No!" I sprinted through the park and dodged through traffic. I yelled as loud as I could, "Please don't let him have it." I bustled quickly with a steady beat as autumn leaves crackled underneath my feet. People were rooting as I came along. This couldn't be true. Something had to be wrong. When I made it to the building, I knew it was too late. The runner's big victory had sealed my fate. Everyone was standing jolly and free. Tears filled my eyes. That was supposed to be me. My joy was gone. My dream had been crushed. I wanted to scream. I wanted to fuss. I thought about how everyone had laughed at me. Now I knew why they didn't believe in me. For the next 5 minutes, no one made a sound. We all waited by the tower for the man to come down. The town was silent, even the leaves on the trees. I almost collapsed and fell to my knees. Then I heard a rattle, a shake at the building's door. The footsteps grew closer as they padded across the floor. Out came the police, all dressed in navy blue. Out came the firefighters and the Channel 3 news crew. Out came the trainer holding the man's shoes. The sound from the crowd were ahs and oohs. The door opened again and the man came out. People started screaming and shouting all about. I looked at the man, turning and twisting. I looked him over closely as something was missing. His body was frigid, his eyes were deep, but he was not wearing the goldenly wreath. The police began to yell on their megaphones, "Everyone please go back to your homes." Did the man win? I slowly pondered. Where was the wreath? I wondered. I huffed and puffed and hung my head, but then the anchorman slowly said, with only one final stair left to climb, the runner gave up at stair 4,999. The crowd was stunned, but my wish had come true. I still had a chance to show what I could do. I looked at my wristband that brought me good luck. It encouraged me daily to Good job. The next day I arrived at the tower for the race. My heart was beating at a rapid pace. A trainer yelled, "Who's next to try?" I raised my hand with confidence and said, "I." He sneered and scoffed to put me down. "Beat it, kid. Stop playing around." Spectators yelled as I changed my stance. "He can run. Just give him a chance." He walked over to me. His voice was very low. "All right, kid, when I say go, then go." He rolled his eyes. His vibe was shunning. But at the sound of his voice, I took off running. Step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, step 8, and then 9. I ran up each stair even quicker than the last. I was stronger than strong and faster than fast. 100, 200, 300, 4. At stair 1,000, I kept climbing, screaming even more. Stair after stair, pound after pound, I thought I could fly, I was so high off the ground. My left foot shivered, there was pain in my shin. Then the pain vanished as I got my second wind. I wanted so badly to win the gold, despite all the negative things I'd been told. I kept thinking about everyone's faces of laughter, and I kept climbing faster and faster. I lifted my wristband to touch the wristband that I wore. Then I looked straight ahead and fixed my eyes on the door. You see the door? I can't hear you. Thank you. So guess what? Do we think he made it? Raise your hand if you think he did. Okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand if you think he didn't. I need you guys to come here, the ones that have your hands up. Those 3, come here. The ones that think he didn't make it, come here. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hi. What's your name?
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn, you don't think he made it, huh? All right, you stand right there, buddy. What's your name? April, nice to meet you. You don't think he made it either, huh? Come on. What's your name? Eduardo. You don't think he made it? No. Okay, so I need you guys to tell me real quick, what do you think happened? What do you think happened at the top of the stairs? You got to be loud for me. Go ahead, Keyshawn.
I think he didn't make it. I think the door might lead him to another part of the stairs.
Might lead him to another part of the stairs. He don't think he made it. What do you think, Amber?
He's fine.
She thinks he's gonna fall. What about you?
No, he's not gonna fall.
What's gonna happen? You said you don't think he's gonna make it to the top.
He was going to the top and the stairs was going down because the door is too up.
It's too high? So you don't think he's gonna make it up because it's too high? Yeah. Okay, you can go back and sit down. I just wanted to know what they thought, okay? So they don't think that they're gonna make it, but everybody else in the room thinks they're gonna make it, right? Yeah. Teachers, Chief Becker, what do you think?
I think he's
He's
gonna make it.
gonna make it, maybe. He never gave up. Who else? Who doesn't think he's gonna make it? I need at least one teacher to not think he's gonna make it. Why don't you think he's gonna make it? What's your name? Miss Austin? Why don't you think he's going to make it? You don't think so? Okay, maybe next time? Maybe next time. Are we ready to find out? Let me see your wristbands. Let me see your fingers. I need you to say never give up one time. Good job. Here we go. I hurried to the door with a grin through my teeth. And there it hung, the Goldenly Wreath. I peered over the tower. My body was frigid. A man yelled and pointed, "Look, that darn kid did it." The wreath shined just like I imagined it would. I had accomplished my dream, and it felt so good. I looked at my wristband one more time, full of luck. I had succeeded because no one believed that I had the strength to climb. No one believed but me. And now the wreath is finally mine. You guys did so good. Give yourselves a round of applause. And so I wanted to tell you guys, when I first started writing this book, the little boy was wearing a blue wristband. And there wasn't any writing on the band. I just wanted him to have a cool band. I thought it would be cute, you know. I'm a girl, so I thought it'd be cute. So then I thought about everything I had to overcome to publish this book and to get it out. And perseverance is something that was big to me. So I want to see if you guys can find something that's super cool on this page. Perseverance is something that I really loved, and it's something that pushed me to move forward. If you see something cool on this page, I need you to raise your hand. Listen to what I said. I had to persevere because I wanted to be successful with this book. You right there next to you. What do you see? What do you see? She sees the green bracelet, but that's not what I'm talking about. You in the back with the glasses. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Stand up. There you go. I'm sorry. Okay, no, listen to what I said one more time. When I wrote this book, I wanted to persevere. There's something on this page. You have to pay close attention to it. I'm looking dead at it. One more person. Let's see. The boy? No, it's not the boy. Let's get an adult to help the kids out. Yes, he is. What's your name? Miss Lott.
I see something on the bus, but I can't quite read it. But I think it's something on the bus.
I wanted to persevere. Somebody see anything on the bus? What do we see on the bus? What's the word on the bus? means that you overcome, you go through it, you get past it, you work and you do your best, you persevere, okay? That's what I wanted you to see. All right, so I want to thank you guys for being good listeners today. Right now, I'm going to bring somebody up to the stage. One of the most beautiful girls that I've ever met in my entire life. We are actually writing a book together. I'm excited about it. She's excited about it. She's so smart. So I want to introduce Miss Elizabeth Gonzalez. Hi, baby. Gotta be loud.
Today I'm here to talk to you about two topics. One is believing in yourself, and two is never giving up. Anything and everything is possible. For example, 2 days ago when I was writing this speech, I was like, how in the world am I supposed to write this speech and perform it in front of more than 100 people? But hey, I'm here today. Never, ever give up. Don't be afraid of failure. Have you ever had the moment when you're in the spelling bee and you come across this really hard word and you just don't know what it is? Raise your hand if you've had that moment. Well, I want to tell you, never give up. You're smart. I know you know that word. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. So everyone here, please put your hands up. Reach for the top of that ladder of success. Because I promise you, with the determination, the hard work, and the heart to succeed, you will reach the top.
Let's give Lizzie another round of applause. Now you guys see why I'm writing a book with her. She's so smart. And I'm pretty sure that you guys are too. So at this moment now, I'm getting ready to introduce someone who is very, very special. This is a person that I've seen work very hard in our city. He highlights our city very well. Since he's been here, he has made a lot of great changes. And he's continuing to move forward by accomplishing goals. He's keeping our city healthy. He's making sure that you at school every day are safe and that you guys can be successful while you're at school. And he's also working very hard to make sure that our city has what it needs. And so I remember a few years ago when I met him, he was walking down my block. And he was telling me how important it is for us to work together in our community. And I remember when he walked past me, and I watched him walk past me, and I watched him go from door to door, and he told people how important it is to work together. And it made me realize that this was a person of perseverance. This is someone who believes in the city of East Chicago. This is someone who wants to instill great value into the lives of others. And so I'm so happy that he's here today. And I would like you all to stand up. Everyone stand up. And give a round of applause to the mayor of this city, Mayor Anthony Coachman.
I was honored today to come in, and I read to the third grade class today, and we read the story, and it was wonderful going through the pages and them telling me what each page meant. Tanya, it's a beautiful book. The pages are very colorful. The illustrations are beautiful, and the meaning or the theme to the book says it all. It says never give up. You can see the characters in the book, even when the teacher didn't believe, even when the mother or the brother didn't believe, he kept persevering. Even when the father had doubts, he kept persevering. And it was funny that you notice that he was training. He was working out, and I tell people, my coach used to tell us that the harder you practice, the luckier you'll get. You get it? The harder you practice, the luckier you'll get. Meaning that if you put your effort into something and you keep on trying and trying every day, when he tried harder and harder, what did he say? His muscles got bigger, his legs got stronger, and that's what allowed him to get to the top. So I can just simply tell each and every one of you, I look into your eyes and I just see the potential in each and every one of you. Anything that you put your mind to, you can do. And it all starts off when you have the love for yourself. You must love yourself. You must not look to get that appreciation from someone else. You must love yourself. And if you love yourself, then you will respect yourself. Then you can set your goals and you can obtain your goals. But Latanya, thank you for inviting me here today. And it's funny that even though you see the boy on the front page, I can take him off of the cover and I can put any one of you, and you could be in this story, because it is about each and every one of us. It is about us never giving up. So I see myself in this book. There's many times that I tried to obtain something, I was knocked down, and when we was coming up, they had a little toy, it was called a Weebo. They wobbled, but they never fell down, and you just get back up and you keep trying, and the symbolism in the steps, it was 5,000 steps, but the prize was at the 5,000 step, but he couldn't start obtaining the prize until he did what? Take the first step. So remember, your journey will begin with the first step, but I look at each and every one of you, and I can tell you have unlimited potential. So it starts with your teachers. I'm getting flashback here, looking when I was a kid and trusting in our teacher to empower us with the education that we need. And the one thing you can see, when you learn to read and write, you can always pick up a book and obtain what somebody else took years to complete. So again, I wish each and every one of you success. So, Tanya?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. All right, okay. So I was trying to save this. Let's give Mary Copeland another round of applause. Okay, so we remember this character, Danny, right? Do we remember how old he is? 8. How old are you? 7 and 8? There's some 8-year-olds here? Okay. At the sound of my voice, clap once. At the sound of my voice, clap 2 times. Thank you. Okay, so I heard some people say 7 and I heard some people say 8. But guess what? I left a little surprise for you guys. I actually had the opportunity to meet him. I met Danny. I went to Never Give Up Land because that's where he lives. And I met the mayor at Never Give Up Land. We have a better mayor than they have at Never Give Up Land. But I met the mayor and I met Danny. And he wanted me to let you know that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to, no matter what it is. He's so excited. His city is still celebrating the fact that he got this Goldenly Wreath and it's so shiny and he cleans it every day. But I had the opportunity to go meet him. Do you believe me? Yeah. If you don't believe me, raise your hand. I understand some people won't believe me, but guess what? I have proof. I have proof. Let me show you. Do you see the mayor? Who has a better mayor, him or us? Good job. Okay, so I met Danny. And he told me to tell you to never give up on your dreams. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter who may laugh at you, no matter who may discourage you, you can accomplish anything. Okay? So now I'm going to introduce one of my colleagues. He's someone that I went to school with. We studied together. He's very intelligent. He's someone, if I need advice about communications, all that good stuff. We talk for hours about things. He's someone that I can confide in. So I want to bring him back to the stage. His name is Eric Rodin.
Hello? 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 Hi. Hello? Oh, hi. That's everybody. Okay. Thank you, Latanya. Thanks for being my friend. You guys got friends in this room? I heard a couple no's. That's not right. Everybody's got a yes. Danny's our friend. We learned that today, right? He gave us all wristbands. Or I did that, didn't I? Yeah, that was me. Yeah. Well, Danny climbed 1,000 steps, didn't he? 1,000 steps. Was that all of them? He climbed like 2,000 steps. That's a lot of steps, didn't it? What was that? He climbed 5,000? 5,000 steps. Is that a lot of steps? Who thinks they can climb more than 5,000 steps? You guys got your wristbands. You can climb like 5,001 steps now, right? 10 million steps in the man in the tie. 10 million. That's a lot of steps. Well, you know what Danny did? At the sound of one clap, the sound of two claps. Thank you, everybody. Well, that's a lot of steps. And did you guys notice the steps in between when Danny was doing? Did you guys see the 3 little steps that he kept doing day to day? Did you guys notice those? I see a couple no's out there, but I can help out. I can do that. I'm good at that. I help Latanya out. I can help you guys out too. There's 3 little steps that he kept taking every day that we only saw a little bit of. And I can tell them to you if you want me to. All 3 steps. Okay, here we go. Step 1, he took all that negative stuff that people were saying and he just didn't pay any attention to it. You guys remember that, the story? Yeah. He got it from his dad. He got it from his relatives. He got it from that coach right before he climbed all those stairs. But Danny didn't pay any attention to that. He didn't need it. It wasn't going to help him get up those steps, was it? So that's step 1. He just didn't do anything with it. He gave it back to them. If they want to be negative, they can keep it. Step number 2, he gave himself plenty of time, and he gave himself a lot of good energy. Do away with the bad energy and bring in the good energy, right? He went to the gym, like the mayor said, kept himself nice and strong because that's what he needed to do, climb all those steps. He laid in bed and he closed his eyes, and before he went to sleep, he saw himself with the wreath. He could see it already happening, so it wasn't really a big surprise when it happened, was it? He went up all those steps without a sweat. And that's part of step number 3. He created a desire for it. He wanted it really bad. He created a belief about it. He knew that he was going to do it. And that's part of step 3, is that he knew without a shadow of a doubt, no doubt in his mind, he didn't need what any of those negative people were saying. He didn't need anybody to encourage him. Just like the mayor said, he loved himself. And with that loving of yourself, you just automatically know. How many people in here, when it's test day, you just know you're going to pass a test? You don't need anybody to tell you that. Hey, you're going to pass a test today. What do you say? Yeah, I know. I'm fine. I know I'm going to pass the test. You guys know that good feeling already, and that's step 3. So in order to be a good racer, you got to do those 3 little steps every day. Because remember, it took Danny 1 whole year to get from what he wanted to do to actually getting the Goldenly Wreath. So in order to climb 5,000 steps, you guys do those 3 little steps in between. It's not a big problem. But if you want to climb more steps than that, like I heard 1,000,000, I heard infinity, so you'd be climbing for the rest of your life there, young man. That's a lot of steps. You never get tired, right? Right. 1,000 steps, you become, instead of a racer, you become a riser, right? You rise yourself up from wherever you were to wherever you want to be, if it's infinity. So everybody rise up right now. Everybody rise up. Latanya, Miss Hicks gave us this wonderful gift of this book here. And we're going to go ahead and give her a gift back, okay? We're going to say a couple lines from one of my favorite songs that ever came out in history. It's a really good song. It's got really good lines, and it's give Miss Hicks a really good feeling, okay? Everybody repeat after me. I know I can Be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Everybody say thanks to Mix Hits for the book. And thank you guys very much.
Can you hear me? That was a pretty good song. Eric, I like that song. I know I can. Be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I know I can. Be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Well, thank you. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to introduce someone. I had the opportunity to do a ride-along before. I was in a police car, and I was just nervous because I thought I was going to die. And it was like a life-changing experience for me because I had the opportunity to see what police officers do. And when I gained this experience, it made me appreciate police much more. And the person that I'm going to introduce is someone who inspires me. I actually had a conversation with him, and he works hard. He puts forth so much effort. He wants to make sure that we are safe and secure in East Chicago. And one thing that I can say is that crime is down. Yay! Woo! All right, okay, crime is down. And East Chicago is continuing to move forward in a positive direction. So I'd like to introduce the chief of our city, Chief Mark Becker.
All right. Thank you. How are we doing today? I love this book. I've gone to different schools across the city here, and I read this book so many times. I just love the message in this book. And I love being here today with you because yesterday was not a very good day for me. I spent it in a dentist chair. How many of you like going to the dentist? Wow, you like going? I had a big cavity. I didn't like it. Do you know what time my appointment was at the dentist? Tooth hurty. Get it? Tooth hurty? You're a rough crowd. You're a rough crowd. I saw a lot of you guys wearing Bears jerseys, and I was walking the hallway seeing Bears jerseys. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm a Packer fan. We never give up. We keep beating the Bears. We're never going to give up. We're going to beat you next time. You know, one thing we make in Wisconsin is cheese. And we make a special kind of cheese that we don't share with it. We keep it to ourselves, and you can't ever have any. Do you know what we call that cheese? Nacho cheese. Nacho, do you get it? You're looking at me like you're not getting it. You know, before I came here, I was talking to some third graders, and I was reading this great book to them, and I looked at all the computers you have in your classrooms. It's really cool. You guys like working on computers? Yeah! On the one, though, I saw this big spider on it. You know what he was doing? He's going to his website. I'm going to tell you a short story. I'm going to get off the stage. Yesterday, I was at a talk where a man who had served in Vietnam, and then he went on to work for the DEA. He was a federal drug agent. He'd been involved in a lot of scary situations. And he was talking to a group of us, telling us how we have to overcome our fears and how we have to be able to tackle those situations. And he told a really neat story about a turtle. Turtle with a hard shell. And he said, you know, one thing about a turtle, if he ever wants to move forward, at some point he has to stick his neck out. Think about that. If the turtle wants to be perfectly safe and never do anything with his life, he can stay motionless and stay inside that shell. But if he wants to go forward and do something with his life, he has to take chances, and he has to stick his neck out, and he's got to work at it to move forward. I see a young man over here wearing an FBI uniform. Way to go, buddy. You remind me of back when I was 7 years old and I went trick-or-treating as an FBI agent. I did. True story. I really did. Because at 7 years old, I wanted to be an FBI agent, believe it or not. Do you know right now there's like 13,000 FBI agents in the whole world, and there's over 175,000 people with applications who want one of those 13,000 jobs. That's an amazing challenge. But I tell them, when they ask me what's the best way to be an FBI agent, I tell them simply this: don't ever think that you might do something. You answer, well, I will do something. And when people tell you you can't do something, you look and shake your head and say, no, I will do something. And when on your road to going after your dreams, whether you want to be an FBI agent or a pilot or an astronaut or a teacher or whatever, when the going gets rough, 3 times I want to hear this, when the going gets rough, you will. One more time. Now. All right, good job.
Can I have your attention? All right, so I want to thank you guys again for allowing me to be here. And I want you to realize these little pieces of paper on the floor signify the fact that you will fall down. It means that you will fail sometimes, okay? Sometimes you may feel that you can't do it, but you can. And so this book that I wrote is just confirmation that if you continue to move forward, if you believe in yourself, and if you... I lost you. If you never give up, then you will be successful. If you see, there's a lot of people here today that has green shoestrings on. If you have shoestrings, can you please come forward just for a second? I need everybody to see this. If you have green shoelaces on, can you come up here just for a second for me? Yeah, come up here with me. You see everybody with these green shoelaces on? Guess what green means? It means never give up, but green is the color of success. Everyone up here on this stage is laced up in success. They're very successful, and they want you to know how successful you can be. So they supported my book today. They decided to come, and everyone with these shoestrings on wants to encourage you to follow your dreams no matter what. Remember, everyone here laced up in success. They are victorious. And we're going to look for you to be successful in the future. It might be tomorrow. You may get straight A's this semester. That's what we're looking forward to. But continue to move forward and continue to be successful. Thank you so much. All right, so one more time. All right, good job. Thank you so much for having me. And now I have some good listeners in here. We're going to have a couple treats for some good kids. I don't think we had any bad kids today. I thought I was going to have a hard time. But I would like to say that, Chief Becker, do you approve that they were a good crowd today?
Yeah, I think they were.
You're pretty good. Who laughed at his jokes? We all laughed at those jokes. Okay, so Chief Becker actually brought something for you. He brought you a gift. You'll get it at the door, but right now we're going to do a small raffle. And I just want to say happy holidays to you guys. So we're going to have 5 raffles, okay? You got a ticket? You want to bring it to me real quick? You too? Okay, bring them. Hurry, hurry.
They have the doubles, I think.
They have doubles?
They have you said tickets.
Okay, go back and sit down then. All right.
We have your ticket.
Who's going to get lucky? Who's going to get lucky? All right. Our first winner is... What? Carrie ran. And Miss P's, Miss O's class. C-A-R-I-E-A-N. Korean. Gadion. Oh. Corian. Come on down, Corian. Woo! For Corian. And before before I give you this, you have to come here. You have to shake my, where the wristband is. You have to have your wristband on. If you don't have a wristband, you're not going to get anything. All right, so I need you to shake my hand and say that I will never give up on my dreams as loud as you can.
I'll never get up.
Go ahead and try it again.
I'll never give up on my dreams.
Yeah, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. All right, next person. Montreal and Miss Baronis. Is that right? Did I say that right? All right. Hi, Montreal. How are you? You know the procedure, right? Gotta hear you, buddy. You gotta be loud.
I'll never give up on my dreams.
Good job. Thank you. All right, who's next? Let's see. Brian Dominguez. Come on down, Brian. Where are you, buddy? Come on. Woo, let's give it up for Brian. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. What's up, Brian? All right, let's try it again. One more time. You got it that time. Okay, Brian, I gotta hear you. You gotta say it loud. I gotta hear you. They gotta hear you too.
Never give
No,
up.
you gotta say.
I will never give up.
You're not loud. I need you. You gotta be loud for the candy. You gotta do it for the candy, Brian.
I will never give up.
Still can't hear you, Brian. You gotta be loud.
I will never give up.
Just a little bit louder.
I will never give up on my
A
dreams.
little bit louder, Brian.
I will never give up.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Brian. We got two more. Just two more. And we're done. Did we get any girls up here? I'm rooting for the girls. Erica Ramirez. It's a girl. Come on down, Erica. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Hey, girl, look at her. She's looking good, too. I like them flowers. How are you? You got to be louder than, you got this? You got to cover us, okay? Because 3 boys got it, okay? So I need you to show out for me, okay? I need you to say that you will never give up on your dreams the best way you can, okay? You got me? All right, here she go, y'all. Go ahead.
I will never give up on my dreams.
All right! Thank you. Thank you. One more. We're rooting for a girl or a boy? I think... I don't know if this is a girl or a boy. Giovanni from Miss Corbello's class. Giovanni. Come on down, Giovanni. How are you, buddy? How you doing today? You good? You sure? All right, I need you to be as loud as you can. Say, I'll never give up on my dreams. Hold on, wait a minute. What? Hold on, wait, hold on. I didn't understand you. Okay, we gotta do it again, okay? You gotta relax again. You got this. Shake my hand again. You got this? All right, you ready? Hold on. At the sound of my voice, clap once. At the sound of my voice, clap 2 times. Thank you. We gotta be able to hear Giovanni, okay? You ready? Calm down, okay? Calm down. Calm down. Say woosah. Say woosah. All right. Go ahead, Giovanni. Come on. No, you gotta do it again.
I never give up on my dreams.
Yeah, let's give it up for Giovanni. Oh, you know what? I got one more. Guess what? It's a girl. Okay, so Evelyn, she's our last winner for today, and we're gonna have her do it as loud as she can, okay? All right? Shake my hand. How you doing? You remember my name? What's my name? Miss Hicks. What's his name? What's his name? Danny. You say Danny? You nervous? Are you nervous right now? So you're not going to be loud when you say nervous? Danny. Okay, so now I need you to say, I will never give up on my dreams. On the count of 3. You ready? As loud as you can, okay? Just like this. 1, 2, 3. You didn't let me get to 3. Wait. I didn't get to 3. 1, 2, 2.5, 3. We're gonna wave you guys out. We're gonna wiggle our hands, our right hands, and what do we say? What do we say? One more time. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Go ahead, Mr. And now we'll have Mr. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, on a final note, students, thank you for your great behavior that you had today. I would like to thank all the guests that are here. It's very important to always remember to never give up. I think that is very key